What's up, YouTube? It's Emails03. I'm gonna talk pretty quietly because it's 11:30 and I'm really tired and my parents are sleeping and I have guests over and they're also trying to sleep. So yeah, this is the third generation iPod Touch. There are three versions of the third generation iPod Touch that you can get. There's the 8 gig model, the 8 GB model, which is a decent amount of space. It's probably enough for most of you guys. That starts at $199. So this is $199 right here. There's also a 32 gig model, which gives you 4 times as much memory, and that's $299. And then there's a 64 gig model, which gives you 8 times as much memory, and that's available for $399. Basically, right now, I will give, the Zune HD is a competitor to the iPod Touch 3G. The Zune has perfect aluminum, so the Zune is generally a lot sturdier, a lot more durable, a lot stronger than the iPod Touch 3G, what I'm holding right now. Actually, to help it meet the Zune's expectations, I bought a case. This is an in case. It was about $30, so a little bit pricey, but it makes it a lot more durable. So I could, you know, put my iPod in there. I think I'll just do that right now, real quick. Just hold on for a second. Okay, so now, my iPod Touch is in my in case thing. So now it's really durable. And don't worry about dropping it, especially when it's in a case, because the material generally will be sturdy enough for you. It's just, the case just makes sure that nothing will happen to it. As you can see, as you might have been able to see earlier, the back of it is kind of scratched up. Click the power button, which is right here, and it's going to turn on, and it'll hold it for 10 to 15 seconds, and then it'll go back into standby mode. Basically, I get my time, my date. This is a picture that I chose from Google Images. It's an Audi R8, which is a gray car. And then I can slide to unlock it. I have a passcode for it. Having a passcode is optional. You don't need one, but, in case you're at school or at work and, you just want to make sure that no one's going to, mess around with your iPod, you can set a passcode. This is the home screen of the iPod Touch. The standard features, so when you buy any iPod Touch model, regardless of what size you get, 8, 32, or 64, you get the following apps. You get contacts, maps, photos, clock, calculators, videos, mail, notes, Safari, calendar, YouTube, voice memos, the App Store, music, and settings. Those are the kind of the standard apps that you don't have to download from the App Store. Voice memos. In order to have voice memos, you have to have earphones that have a recorder on mic on them. So this thing with the plus and minus, and this is a recorder, so I can use voice memos, and I'll go into that more in depth in a different video, but it's just really great if I want to get something down. But you will need to have a recorder and mic. It's really easy to use. It's really intuitive. I can just slide my finger and I can go from page to page in my apps. As you can see, I've already downloaded a lot of them. So yeah, this is kind of my homepage. I have MySpace, Facebook, Battery Magic, which is kind of like a fancy way of telling me how much battery I have, and it's just a really great app, and it's free. Most of the I'll go into apps more in a different video, but most of the apps here are free. I have a couple of paid ones. And the apps on the App Store are very good. The Zune HD is really limited to how many apps you can have, but this one, you can it's such a fun iPod, and it's just so, use it wherever you can go and pretty much use it for every purpose. It's a pocket computer. You can write, you can respond to email. There are no monthly bills, nothing like that. It's just an iPod, but you get, Safari and YouTube and mail, and of course the touch screen and games and music and videos. Included in the 32 and 64 gigs model is voice command, which if I hold down the home button, it takes me to voice command, where I can just basically say, a name or a number of something, and it'll look it up for me. What's similar to that is the spotlight search. So if I just fling over to the left here for my home screen, this is spotlight search, so I can it will just search through all my music and videos and apps and address book and contacts and everything like that. So if I have a lot of apps and I can't find, I want to find the app remote, which is at the top left here, but let's say I didn't know where it was, I could just come to my spotlight search. I could type in even just the first three letters would probably do it. So REM. There's your mode right there, and I can just click on it, and it takes me directly to the app. In clocks, I'll go more in depth into apps later, but I have a world clock, I have alarms, stopwatch, timer. It's just really great. It's basically it's your iPod and your just pocket computer. It can fit in my pocket. It's a 3.5-inch screen display, and it is pretty bright. I will go into music and sound in a different video, but basically, the way the music is stored is pretty easy to use. I can just scroll through my music, and then there's a letter bar here where I can just easily go to songs that are categorized by the letter that they start with, and then I can search through them by artists. So I have, Abbey Road, Beach Boys, Cage the Elephant, Daft Punk, Disturbed, things like that. And then I can search through playlists, albums. Again, I can't stress enough, functionality is great. It's easy to use, it's intuitive, it's really fun to use. I can adjust the brightness, I can have it go darker or lighter, and that will affect how much battery it uses. Just general settings, I have wallpapers, so I can set the wallpaper that you saw earlier, which is currently an Audi R8, if you remember from earlier. I can set my passcode lock, I can set my date and time. Basically, the iPod Touch, third generation, is a big success. You get a lot of luxury, you get a lot of free apps if you'd like them. You just get, music, videos, Safari, YouTube, Facebook, everything you could possibly want is in this one device, minus your phone and your camera. You can get those both on the iPhone. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's great, it's strong, it's durable, it's luxurious, it's intuitive, it's a great buy. 8 gigs starts at $199. From Umo03, thanks for watching, and please subscribe.